Do the sisibo. Bam, sisibo. Bam, sisibo. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
Yes, let's get into some more Gypsy Rose rumors. These rumors flying around, let's be real. It has to be Gypsy Rose herself starting these rumors just to keep herself relevant so that she can sell her paintings or come back and go live and get gift after gift after gift, right? Right. We're gonna talk about her. Little rumors going around. They're kind of crazy. I mean, we might talk about things that possibly could have happened the night of the act, but some of these rumors are just, even the one about Kim being in rehab, that's kind of, it could be, like I said, he could have gone a day pass. He could have been done. He could have quit, I do think that it could be only because he shaved his head after carrying that dreadful hairline like he did. He finally shaves it, and then she does. And I just want to say, wouldn't you be traumatized if you were a gypsy, if you were forced to wear wigs your entire childhood? Would you not? Would you not be a little?
Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
I don't think that would be for me, it would trigger me like Mia triggers her. Evidently, it's okay though. And we're going to get into some Ryan Anderson unbearable lives. His behavior is erratic, and he's like spiraling out of control. But let's get into some of the rumors. Right now, I know you guys have probably seen the guy on TikTok, and I've seen it posted several times here on YouTube as well, where he says Gypsy has a reliable source and Gypsy can't pay her rent right now, and she's behind. Her rent's like $2,500 a month. She's living in a 3-bedroom home, and this isn't the first time there's been issues. Can I believe that? I could. Just because she said in her last live she did before she took her break, we should be coming up close, you guys, to her reactivating her account so she don't lose it. But even though she's not using that account, she's still here in our comments. You will never convince me that is not her in the comments, like commenting on her hundreds of fake profiles she has that Ryan confirmed. Also, he says he has a source, and Ethan, I think that's his name, Ethan or Ian. I can't remember, but he also went to her book signing too. Took a picture with her, got his signed book, and goes and trashes her like that. So I don't know. Maybe he does have close connections with the Blanchards, and he's actually friends with them, and he helps starts these rumor mill, headlines just to get people talking, because she needs us. She needs us. She needs us to come back to her art and sell it. She needs us to come back and go live and get gifted. She needs us for views so that she can get paid through views and ads on YouTube. I think she thinks this is going to die down because, emails have, been coming out and people have been reading them. And I don't think it's going to calm down. I don't. Yeah, I know these rumors are kind of crazy and out there. And I agree, I agree. They are kind of out there. And I know we talk about what if could happen. I mean, what ifs could have happened with the actual crime that took place that night. I mean, yeah, that's a common thing, I would think. Well, because we don't know. We only go by what Nick and Gypsy have said. And, somebody made a comment in my comment section about they don't need to interview Nick. They need to interview Victor and Ruby or Damona. You know what? That could be true. Maybe he would tell the truth if they demanded to talk to Victor. That makes so much sense to me now. I never really thought of it that way because I'll be honest, role playing, I'm just like, it's just role play, you know? I don't see how that would make a big difference, in my opinion. I just don't. I don't. They know, right? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he really, because I mean, he still believes there's soul flames. So twin flames, soul mates, everything. I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this Ryan did say he could spill a lot of tea, but he's not. He doesn't want to do that, right? If anything, Gypsy has taught him how to malinger and grift and scam just as good as her. She really has. He has taken it to a whole different level, though. Doing cameos. They're on sale for $48, guys. Giving everybody relationship advice and off to college advice and happy birthdays, and he's their wedding gift. I really think that when he gets a text message, he's like, "Oh, thanks for the cameo. I'll get that done right after the live," when nobody actually got a cameo. I really do.
For the person who bought the cameo, I will get it done as soon as I leave here on the live. Thank you for that.
And anyhow, in his lives, if you aren't Team Ryan, he is F you, and a bunch of horrible mama jokes. And finally, people are like, enough with the mama jokes. And he's like, okay, now it's sister. He still does the mama thing. I know he will. But that's not what your sister said. That's not what your mama said. Get out of here, Ryan. Get out of here. It's ridiculous. That stuff is so dumb. Grow up. And then he tells all the people in the comment section to grow up.
You need to move on. Boring. No, Nicole. You need to go fuck off. You don't like it? Swipe. I mean, damn. I am not forcing you to be here. I am not. Like, that's how it works. Like, you know how TikTok works, right? At any time you can hit the X to leave my live. Like, it's not hard to fucking do. I leave people's lives all the time. I join them and I leave them. I join them and I leave them. It's not hard. But one thing I'm not going to do is get in somebody else's live when they're talking and talk shit just to be a bitch. Just say it. Just throwing that out there. Okay. Tiffany K, thank you for that. Nicole, why am I so sensitive? I'm not the one that's sensitive. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, some people need to grow up. Need to grow up. Like, it's funny. If I talk about my experience, my life, my experience, my ex-wife, my life, people are like, you need to move on. Well, you need to move on from the story. If you don't like it, move on. But let me tell you something. That was my life. I lived it. I felt all those emotions. You know, I experienced it. My ex-wife left me for a Yahoo who only uses her, and then got her pregnant a month after she left. That's my life. It's not yours. And if you don't like it, move on. But you know something? I've healed from all that shit. So, but don't tell me that I can't talk about it if I want to. It's my life. It's my world. And you're in my life. So, right there, if you got a problem with it. I'm so sick of people telling me, you need to move on. You need to move on. Well, you need to swipe and move on with your life and go get fucked or something. And I'm just saying, you know? Pardon my language, guys. I'm going to stop talking shit. I'm going to stop cussing. Yeah, go Tigers. Thank you for that.
And he doesn't want to just sit here and spill tea, you know? Why are you going live? You know, people are there to ask you questions. That's the reason you're known, Ryan. They don't just stay because you're such a likable guy, because your ego's out of control. Your comments to Ken about the gay jabs, at first I didn't think you had an issue, but I believe you do. I really do. People are there because of Gypsy, period. And then you'll take a poll and say, do you want me to write a book? Or do you want to see me for me? Or are you Team Ken? Or are you Team Ryan? Etc. If you go against anything Team Ryan or don't agree with him, he's ready to F you, and flips people off. And it's erratic. It's weird. Like, he's just really, his ego is off the charts. And he needs a reality check. I mean, just like, you know, if I write a book, would y'all read it? And people started saying no, nobody cares. He did say that he was going to release some confess some dark secrets if he wrote a book, that he would have to confess dark secrets. They have stuff on each other. You won't convince me otherwise. And I think he knows part of what really happened that night. If anything, she has told him more than what we know. And she's got dirt on him more than what she's done already. Nasty. And the fact that I loved her. And look what he said about this.
Hey, well, you must have did something for Carmen to mute you. Like if you're just constantly spamming the chat, she'll do it. She'll mute you. But, you know, if you get kicked out, that's usually me who bans you. Like if you say something that really ticks me off, like yesterday somebody said rest in peace to my ex-wife and it pissed me off. Like I blocked them right there. Like don't talk shit like that. That's too far.
Oh, yes. You can't say that. The way she's talked about him and did him, and he still will turn around and say, that's just not okay. What about Dee Dee? I don't ever hear you say anything about that. That was too far, Ryan. What she did to her mom was too far. But that's okay, right? That's good. Yeah, it is. It's always good. Imagine saying someone just says, R.I.P. Gypsy. And he freaks out. That is too far. You're banned from my life forever. You can't come back to alive. You can't comment. You're blocked. You said something horrible about my ex-wife. But you don't say anything about Dee Dee. She didn't go too far with that. You still blame Dee Dee for what Gypsy did to her mother. You refuse to read these emails. You refuse to listen to the phone calls. You refuse to look at all of the documents, the FOIA information, which, by the way, thank you, Into the Weeds. I'm going over those documents again. I love you reposted those. And just seeing those pictures once again of all the bruises on Gypsy, on her arms, her knuckles, her knees. And I think most of that, like the knees and stuff and the neck, that's like her fetish BDSM stuff, I feel like. I really do. I do. And he does have this scratch, and I feel like she did that in a who knows? Or maybe it happened when they arrested him. That would be funny. I would love those body cam. I wish we could get the body cam videos of the cops while they arrested Nick and Gypsy. That would be awesome. Awesome. I hope we get that one day. I hope we do. Because I know that Into the Weeds and all of them, they paid to have the rest of the FOIAs released because it was really expensive and they raised the money and got it. And then because of Nick's, he's out of appeals, but I guess clemency or something like that or something, they literally stopped releasing any information. And I think that's why you can't find anything on the hospital video now too. When you Google it, it's not there. So you're gonna hear my grandkids fighting in the background because it's bedtime and they're arguing with each other. But I do think that, yeah. But going back through and I'm reading some of those, I hope I find something that clicks with me and I'm like, that don't make sense. I mean, we all know, just like Becca said, I never watched the Australian Dateline interview with her. I was so disappointed in them. I left a comment and clicked out. I left like a so disappointed in you. I thought, or I said, I left a comment saying I was so disappointed that they didn't even do the research and they went along with the stupid narratives that has been said to mainstream media. And the differences that she tells Dr. Phil and the woman with Dateline who did no research, it is obvious. It really is. Like, she didn't even ask her about the BB gun. I don't think she even knew about it. It's crazy. It's disappointing. And Gypsy's smiling, thinking about it. That's why I've told you guys, I think that the entire act of that crime turned her on. They were like rabbits. Even his stepdad said they had to tell them to quiet down. The video at the hotel. Ooh. Gross. Gross. But off my little tangent, back to Ryan about the dark confessions. he would sell it in a book if we paid for it and read it, but he ain't just willing just to tell us. He's like, I just can't tell y'all everything. Like he's waiting for this big interview or this big, I don't know, documentary someone's going to write. Talk about and ask him to be on. I really do think that's what he's trying to do. I bet you he does. And I bet you he even has a manager. Talks about, would you watch a dating show? Would you do this, this, this? He is literally stretching that 5 minutes of fame to 15 minutes. And he's going to continue. I think he thinks this is going to grift him for the rest of his life. You would be nobody without being married to Gypsy. She's known for taking her mother's life, Ryan. And you're okay with that without reading the actual evidence, FOIA's documents, what I was saying before, without getting into the actual facts and what was in the actual evidence in her medical. Just like they told Dateline, she only had 2 scars. Told Dr. Phil she had more than that, but oh, that's okay. No biggie, no biggie. Said she was chained to a bed to Dr. Phil, and she was, she was beat bad, just so bad. How? She never goes into any actual what it is. Just, oh, I was just beat so bad. I would be chained to a bed and just beat so bad. Gypsy, shut up. I say that respectfully from everybody who has been tied up, who has been locked in a house, a basement, a home, a room, and can't get away. I respectfully tell you to shut up with it. I'm tired of it. But again, if you would look, Ryan, you can't, as a person who's such a good human, has such a good heart, you're just a good guy. You don't treat people that way. You just can't do that. Why do you do it with Ken or any guy, Jeff? Even I hate that guy, blah, blah, blah. The guy from the prison phone calls and emails. You hate him, you hate Ken, and everybody else caused your breakup. She said she was never attracted to you, and you still defend that. I know she was. We had a connection. I know she loved. You know what? I don't even care. I'm not trying to get you to come to the light, Ryan. You created your life. This is karma, and it will come back on you if you keep going down this path, in my opinion. You're okay with what she did to her mom, what she did to Nick, what happened with the people that's been devastated by it. But you can't handle a comment about someone poking at you, because that's what they're doing, trolling you, and you flip out. And you know what? Trying to make money off of it, you're doing the same thing she is, making money off of Dee Dee's death. That's all you're doing, which you can legally, You ain't Gypsy. I mean, she does too, so I guess that don't matter. But Son of Sam law, where's that applying here? Because most people are mad about that alone. She makes money off of the back of her crime. Dee Dee deserves better. Dee Dee deserves her story told correctly, and she deserves justice. And no, I wouldn't read your book. I wouldn't. You know what? I might. I would read it when it hit Reddit and someone puts it out there. I wouldn't pay for it. Confess it, Ryan. We want to hear it. But if you had a good heart and you were a human being who actually cared, you would put it out there without having people to pay for it. But that's what matters to you. It's not about getting the truth out and telling it's your life. You would do it for the right reasons and not for money. But that's all you care about. That's all you care about. You can't work now. And that's Gypsy's fault and your fault, not just hers. I blame you too. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think and see you in the next video.